Amanda on Facebook Live, coming to you from Hamden. Tell us about your weekend plans in the comments field below. Like, share, and follow at #Jmore Weekend. I am Amanda, and I am joined by our special guest, David Gertler. Hello, David.
Hey, Amanda.
Hi. David is the CEO and co-founder of Treble. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us today. So you're joining us because you're going to talk to us about our JBiz meetup event, which is going to take place on November 7th at Renaissance Fine Arts Gallery in Cross Keys, which is on off of Falls Road between Northern and Cold Spring. So before we get into the details of that event, which we're all super excited about, can you briefly tell us what exactly Treble does?
Sure. Treble is a business networking platform that totally transforms the way people network. When Eric Orlinsky, who's my business partner, first met with me and told me his vision for what he wanted to do, I was really excited about it because it's a totally different take on business networking, and we're really excited to bring that to people. And as we've been out there talking to folks, we get a lot of folks to say this is exactly the kind of thing that they've been looking for a long time.
Interesting. So it's not exactly a LinkedIn. And it's more about the whole networking aspect.
Exactly. For many people, LinkedIn is an advertising platform. They post a lot of things about themselves. They'll put out news and information. But networking is more intimate. Networking is more one person helping a second person by introducing a third.
Okay, and people can go to treblenetwork.com and they get a free account?
Yep. We have a freemium model, so you can sign up for a free account right away. For those who want to, they can move up to a premium or an ultra model.
And what does that get them?
So with the premium and the ultra subscriptions, you get a little bit more of the different capabilities. You get more wishes, you get more tags, you get more features and functions.
Okay, so we're going to get into that wishes situation. How will what Treble does tie into our professional networking event? And I understand you're doing a wish wall, which is connected to what you just said. So what's that all about?
Sure. We're really excited to be partnering with you guys on this big event. We did something somewhat similar earlier this year with a different organization, and it went really great. So we're really excited about expanding that and making it the next level with Jmore and the JBiz event. So in the wish wall, the concept is when people network, too often they don't have the opportunity to investigate all the different ways they can help each other. And that's really super important, to be able to tap into your network to unlock those kinds of capabilities. So to facilitate that, we have this really cute idea called a wish wall. When people arrive at the event, they'll be able to put down specific things that they're looking for, whether it's internships or mentoring or job opportunities or clients and customers, and then the other people at the event can then help them and make connections and provide advice and guidance and provide real networking right then and there. When we did it at a previous event, it was really well received and very successful. In fact, we had a lot of great success at that event, and I'm thinking that for the November 7th, it'll be just as super.
So that's a cool idea. So, for example, someone who's at our event, maybe an intern with some multimedia skills, maybe some journalism skills, they're going to post on our board and say, oh, I really need to find a place to, an internship. I need one for the next semester. This is a true story. I need a multimedia intern. So I'm going to see that wish, and I'm going to say, I'm going to go find this person. I'm going to walk around somehow and find this person and say, hey, I can make all your wishes come true. Is that how that goes?
At least that one wish come true, yes.
We don't promise too much.
We don't
take it past the intern.
Just the one thing that's there, yeah. We try to keep it to professional business development type things, etc. But you're exactly right. And it's so funny, until I mentioned that, I never knew that you were looking for somebody, and the ability to share that kind of thing is so powerful because now I know I'll put it on my radar, and as I come across people, I can introduce you to them, and that helps them, it helps you, and it's just goodwill. And
this is pretty much the exact same thing you do online, just virtually.
Exactly right.
And you get points for how many people you recommend, or is it sort of a point system or recommendation system?
Yeah, for people who care, we provide point system to help recognize and reward, because ultimately what Treble's trying to do is create an incentive for people to become more altruistic. So as opposed to some social media that, the most important thing is how many people you connect to or how many followers you have, on Treble, the goal is to help as many people as you can, to be recognized as somebody who's more altruistic and can add value to other people in their trusted network.
Right, and altruism is where we should all be going. Do goodism is the future, right?
Yep.
Are there a lot of nonprofits who use the service?
Yeah, actually, we've got about a dozen organizations that have already signed up in the 1 year. We're coming up on our 1 year anniversary, so we're really excited about that. And a dozen organizations have come on the platform already, from chambers of commerce and tech councils and business networking.
That's great. And you've been around how long?
So we went live in the app stores and on the web November of last year, November 30th of last year. But obviously, we spent the last few years before that in the planning and fundraising and the normal business development processes.
So can I set up an account as Jmore, or does it need to be as me?
We prefer that individuals set up
Okay.
individual accounts, and then for organizations, we work with them to set up an organization account.
Okay, cool. All right, so now I know that sometimes networking events can be a little intimidating for some people.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, as like a human being, wouldn't take myself to one. I went to our last JBiz meetup, which was incredible, and I had a great time, and I did network, and I met so many people from I made really good connections in the Baltimore business community. But there are people who are kind of, shy or intimidated by this. What do you say to them? How do you get them to show up and participate and feel comfortable? Are there tips?
Excellent question. So, believe it or not, I was and still am an introverted math geek.
What?
Right? Yeah. So
Those are my favorite kind of introverts.
it's really terrific. And I had to learn how to network myself. And a lot of what we do, both at the events and what's built into the app, is to help facilitate the exact thing that you're talking about, to help people for whom networking does not come naturally,
Right.
to become more natural at networking and to facilitate that and to open. And it's incredibly rewarding. So many times we've had events where introverts will come up and shy, reserved people will come up and say, wow, that was really great, because it's so hard to walk up to a total stranger and hand a business card or say, hey,
It's
I
really
need this.
hard.
So we help take the edge off that, and these kind of events are so much fun. So that's why I really encourage people to come out and experience it for yourself.
No, I totally agree. I mean, you think going in, you're going to be like, oh, I don't know anybody. Oh, how am I going to talk? It just comes really naturally at an event like this because it's set up for that purpose.
Exactly.
And there was someone at our last event who was being really shy, and she was sort of standing off to a corner, and I went up to her and I was like, hi, just introduced myself. And she's like, I don't know how to do this. So I introduced her to a group, and then that group introduced her to someone, and then suddenly she was having conversations with people. So that's awesome, and everyone should come to our event. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, join us for some business networking with JBiz and Treble, November 7th, Renaissance Fine Arts. For tickets, go to jmoreliving.com/jbizmeetup. You can also find the event listing at facebook.com/jmoreliving and missiontix.com. If you are just joining us, you are watching Jmore's Weekend Agenda on Facebook Live. Tell us what you're doing this weekend in the comments field below. Like, share, and follow at #JMoreWeekend. I am here with Treble CEO David Gertler. David, will you hang out with me while I talk about some other events?
Please.
If you think of anything else you want to add about the event or about Treble, just jump in and interrupt me.
Will do.
But I want to just go through this really fast. And also, if you're watching and you have a question for David, send it to us. If we don't get to it today, we'll answer it after the show. So, all right, what's going on? Activism and Art, the Catonsville 9, 50 years later at Maryland Historical Society. This exhibit explores the motivations and consequences of civil disobedience. We love that. That runs through May 1. Then there's a Night of Mischief and Devilry at the Peel Center. The Baltimore Rock Opera Society presents an evening of magic, macabre, and mystery. There will be drinks, live music, and haunted interactive experiences. Are you doing something for Halloween?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Probably going to have a little bit of a get-together at the house.
Nice. Do you get tons and tons of trick-or-treaters?
No, not anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad to me.
It is. We end up buying way too much candy, so that's
Okay, good.
not necessarily a problem, though, right?
No, yeah, I can help you with that, too. I actually just moved to a new place in Timonium. I used to hide on Halloween because it was not such a good scene. But I think I have a feeling about this neighborhood, so, I'm stocked up.
Oh.
I'm ready to go.
There you go.
All right, Sweat is at Everyman Theater. That's Lynn Nottage's Pulitzer Prize-winning play. It's concerned about tight-knit community of a steel manufacturing line, super relevant to Baltimore audiences who remember Bethlehem Steel and the Sparrow Point community. It explores the layoffs, lockouts, and picket lines that sent the Rust Belt into crisis. That runs through November 25th. Friday, a great Baltimore tradition, one of my favorites, the Great Halloween Lantern Parade and Festival at Patterson Park. Have you ever gone?
I've never gone.
It's such a cool sight.
Oh, cool.
Everyone's lit up. It's a parade. Cool costumes, cool light contraptions. It's worth seeing. So that parade starts at 9 p.m. Then there's Clue, a staged reading at Single Carrot Theater. Watch the Single Carrots try to solve a thrilling mystery. Was it Professor Plum in the library with the candlestick? You gotta find out. Come in costume and try to decipher the clues. That's 8 to 11 tonight. Then, at the Jewish Museum of Maryland, Houdini's Magical Halloween. This family day includes magic acts, delicious treats and crafts, and more, plus an appearance by Houdini. That's from 10 to 4 Sunday. Have you seen the exhibit yet?
I have not.
I need to go.
That sounds really good.
It's on my list. It's going to be so cool, I'm sure.
As a kid, I used to pick locks.
Really?
So a skill that I still have.
That's an interesting skill.
It turned out to be a job opportunity for me as well. My very first job out of grad school was working for the National Security Agency as a crypto mathematician breaking codes. So skills breaking locks actually helped me break codes as an adult.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You should put something about that on the wish board. Like,
there you go.
Anyone need a lock picker?
Yeah. Trust me, I have a bin of probably 100 or more locks that people have given me over the years. Oh, I lost a combination. Can you solve this? And I say, well, if I solve it, I keep it. So
really,
that's kind of my thing. Yeah.
So you just have a collection of locks that you opened.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's very interesting. You could go around to all those love bridges and like just put, when they put the lock. Yeah, you could just do that everywhere. Yeah, or an installation. Our very own Jonathan Oleski is very much looking forward to JBiz Meetup on November 7th. Thank you, Jonathan. All right, we also have Maryland Food Truck Week Festival at the Baltimore Museum of Industry. The event includes 16 food trucks, live music, and Halloween-themed contests. That's 11 to 6 on Sunday. All right, obviously it's Halloween. I can really quickly run down some of the Halloween highlights, but you guys probably know what you're doing. There's 2018 Burlescapades Halloween Spooktacular, at Creative Alliance. Nevermore Haunt, which is a really scary haunted house that I probably can't deal with. So good luck to you. That's ongoing through, I think, a couple of weeks. Monstar Bash, that's at Hard Rock Cafe. Halloween 18, the Baltimore Horror Story at Power Plant Live. Halloween 2018 featuring Dan Deacon at Maryland Science Center. That probably is a lot of fun. And Arboretum at Silburn Arboretum, which is good for the kiddies. All right, before we wrap this up, anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I think this is going to be a terrific event, and I think one of the best parts of the event will be how many success stories that we get. We're going to actually have a raffle and some prizes for people that help each other, and we're going to promote the people who do help each other, and most likely we'll have a few surprises of our own for the event for the people that show up.
Surprises!
So, yeah,
you guys have to come now because you're dying to know what those are. And I did forget to mention the prizes. We'll be having a drawing, at least one, right?
Yeah, 2, I think.
2 for lots of cool prizes from some of our sponsors. So don't forget to come. Join JBiz and Treble Network on November 7th, Renaissance Fine Arts. It's in Cross Keys off of Falls Road. For more information and to get tickets, go to jmoreliving.com/JBizMeetup. I think that's it. You've been watching Jmore's Weekend Agenda. Join us here Fridays at 12:30 for more weekend plans and follow us at #JMoreWeekend. Find more events at jmoreliving.com/events. We will see you on the 7th. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Thank you so much.
Thank you.